if the hair floats inside the water, in the middle of the water, without suspending to down, then you have a medium porosity level, which for now is the best. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's your girl Awitty. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel and viewing my videos. I'm very grateful. Yes. So today I'll be doing story time. Yes, so if you don't really know about my channel, like I said in my intro video, my channel is all about natural hair and everything lifestyle. I say everything lifestyle because we have no idea how much our everyday lifestyles affect the growth of our hair. Yes, I'm sure you also don't know. What do you do to your hair when you go swimming? If you like swimming like me, why don't you just subscribe to my channel and let's get moving? Yeah. Okay, so I wouldn't like to just start with styling my hair, wash day, detangling and all that, but I want us to take it gradually. Yes, so today I'm going to do a story time. So like you can see in the title below, today is how well do you know your hair? Do you know your hair type? Do you know your hair porosity? Do you know what influence the product you use in your hair? Good, so let's get into action. Okay, so there's this misconception that all natural hair is the same, and then all natural hairs have the same look, the same feel and the same texture, but it's never true. Yes, we know as black women we have the type 4 hair. Yes, whether we like it or not. Yes, the white have the types 2 and type 3, type 1. That's the straight hair we sometimes buy, human hair, the curly, the wet curls and all that. So those fall under category hair type 1, hair type 2, hair type 3. Yes, but black women, we have the type 4, whether I like it or not, and you just can't run away. Yes, so first of all I talk about types of hair, and then porosity level, and then I talk about what type of product you should use pertaining to your hair type and your porosity levels. Yes, so the type 4 is the kinky type of hair. Yes, so it has this kinky feel and tight curls. The type 4 hair isn't type 4 curls but quills. I don't know if you know how mosquito coil looks like. Yes, that's the same way our type 4 hair is, so that's how come it's called the type 4 hair. Yeah, it's a kinky type of hair. So with this we have the type 4A, we have the type 4B, and we have the type 4C. So I'm going to talk about the 4A and then talk about the 4B and talk about the 4C. Yeah, so the type 4A has the S-curl pattern. Yes, the hair strands. When you take your hair, the type 4A has the S-curl pattern. So when you stretch it, it has the S-curl pattern, and then you see the curl pattern very well when it is wet and moisturized. Yes, because when it's dried and when it's dried, it's very fragile, so you don't get to see the hair type very well. So with that, the type 4 hair has a very high porosity level. Okay, so before that, hair porosity is the ability of your hair to absorb and retain oil and moisture. Yes. So with that, every hair has a different porosity level. Yes, So for you to know your hair porosity level, there are two methods. So normally what I use to check is I pour oil in my hair. So I just pour it in the middle and I wait to see how it gets to the scalp. If it takes long and sometimes it doesn't get to the scalp, then you know your hair porosity level. Sometimes it runs so fast that as soon as you drop the oil, you see it dripping on your face. With that, you have a very high porosity hair type, yes. And then with the medium porosity, when you drop it, it takes some time, some minutes before you see it coming down to your scalp and scattering to other parts of your hair. With a low porosity level, you drop the oil in your hair and you wait forever and you don't even feel the oil is dripping down your scalp. So with type A, the porosity level is very high because type A has the S type of X curl pattern. It has air, like it's very open, and with hair like this, a little stress or a little hard hand or something on the hair, you get to lose the end of your hairs very quickly, yes. So with this, you're advised to use sulfate-free shampoo to wash your hair. There are shampoos that have a lot of sulfates in them sometimes. So if you have a type 4A hair, you wash your hair with shampoo and it feels like you've already touched up your hair. It feels like you've already permed your hair. So such shampoos are not good if you have the type 4A hair, yes. If not, your hair is going to be damaged and all that. Okay, so now let's move to type 4B. Yes. Okay, so the type 4B has a Z curl pattern. So when you take your hair strand and you look carefully, it has the Z curl. It's somehow a bit packed compared to the type A. With type A, it has at least S is kind of open a bit, but then the type 4B, it has the Z curl pattern. So with that, when you take your hair, you realize even though there's space and there's space in the cuticles and the strands, it's somehow packed a bit compared to the type B. And then with the type B, has a medium low porosity level. So with the type B, it doesn't really feel light, but then it has some light feeling in it, but not like the type A. Yes, it's really packed. It's kind of packed too. So with that, the ends are always supposed to be protected. So with the type B too, you don't use a lot of sulfate shampoos and conditioners, but you use a bit, like some has quantity measured sulfate in the shampoo. So you check to see the sulfate content before you use it. And with the type B, because it has the tips are also weak and it's not really very packed, like unlike the type C. Always advised to do protective style. It's advised not to leave your hair tips like just like that, as in just comb out funny and all that. Breaks easily, it makes the hair breaks easily. So you're advised to do protective styles like twist. Like what I've done, you can't see the end of my hair, so it will make it difficult if you want to break. Yes. So now let's move to type C, 4C, almighty type 4C. Okay, so the 4C does not have a curl pattern at all. You won't see whether it's S or a Z. It's so coiled, like how mosquito coil is. It's so coiled, and before you even see the length of the hair, you have to stretch it a lot. Yes, and then with that, it has a cotton feeling, like how if you are pulling a cotton. Yes, the type 4C has cotton feeling. Yes, so with that, for you to be able to manage and know how to keep your hair, it needs a lot of heat. Not a lot, but once a while, an amount of heat to open the hair cuticles and then make the hair strands get enough air. With this, it has a low porosity level because because of its packed nature. It's very packed to the extent that when you pour oil or you pour water or moisture in it, it takes long because it's very packed. So by the time the oil gets to the scalp and then all that, you have to waste a lot of oil and then a lot of time. Yes, so for you to manage the type 4C, yes, you sometimes advise to use heat. So another way to also check your porosity level is you get a bowl of water and then you dip strands of your hair in the bowl of water. So if the hair floats on top of the water for a long time without getting inside the water, then you have a very low porosity level. But if the hair floats inside the water, in the middle of the water, without suspending it down, then you have a medium porosity level, which for now is the best. But if your hair, when you just dip the strands of the hair in the water, all of a sudden you see it settling down, then you have a very high porosity level. But if your hair, when you just dip the strands of the hair in the water, all of a sudden you see it settling down, then you have a very high porosity level. So you know the type of product you use, because not all the product fits for your hairs. So I'm sure at least you picked out something out of it. Like I said, this is a story time and I wouldn't like to bore you so much with a lot of talks. But before we begin practicals or anything, styling, wash day, product, all that, I just felt at least you should know your hair type. So when I start doing something and I start talking about product, I start talking about organics, proteins and all that, you try to know your hair type and what you are supposed to use and what you are not supposed to use. We are educating ourselves. Yes, ourselves, because I am telling you what I know and what I do. Yes, so you also tell me what you know and what you do in the comment section below. Yes, if you are new here, please, you're welcome to my sweet family. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and turn on the post notification button, so anytime I post a video you will be the first to be notified. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.